Samboner Mick, what's up?
Yo, 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 there he is in the flesh, Mr. Colin Thompson. How we doing, pal?
Let's go Twins, baby. Let's go Twins.
Yeah, what's up with that? You rocking the Minnesota Twins?
Yeah, have to, man. You have to adopt the city you're in. I mean, listen, I wouldn't be buying a Mets hat when I was with the Giants, you know what I'm saying? We weren't Yankees, that's for sure.
They got a new stadium, right? The Twins have a new stadium.
Yeah, it's newer. I think it was done in 2000. I think I read it. We looked it up when we were there. 2010.
Oh, geez, it's not that new. They used to play in the Dome, though.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I went to a game last week and was thoroughly impressed. Like, that's a place to go to a game. Like, you walk in, dude, walking right away, huge beer garden. Like, you come right off the street, right into the stadium. And again, I'm a huge fan of the stadiums being downtown. I'm out boozing right now, but I'm with my dad and with my uncle. We're at the bar downtown hanging out. Walk right into the stadium. You can't beat that. That's why I'm so for the Sixers going downtown. I think it's going to be so much fun in the city. It's going to make the city a better place. I think it's going to be more culture, more just awesome. I understand for people driving and all that, but get on the train. The public transportation in Philly is unreal compared to other places. You can train in from literally anywhere, right to Reading Terminal, and walk a block and you're there. But I digress. The Twin Stadium is awesome, dude. There's like huge bars that overlook the stadium that are a part of the Twin Stadium. They got awesome shop. Like, I was really, really impressed with the stadium. It was cool. Really cool.
And I'm looking at the standings now. I mean, there are 4 games over 500. They hold a first place divisional record. They're going to make the playoffs, man. You're likely in the same boat as the Eagles, right? I mean, it's always cool when 2 teams in a major city are making a run or, getting started and making a run at the same time. Like I was talking to you before we kicked off the show, like for you, it may not be the best time of the year because you're going through those grueling months of just fucking grinding it out. But for us, like, the sun is shining. Philadelphia sports is thriving. The Shore has been nothing but a ton of fun. Like, for me, this beats Christmas, dude. It really does.
Well, yeah, the thing about Christmas, it comes and goes quickly. And then it's like, oh shit, now I got to wait until March Madness. That's what I struggle. Or Super Bowl, we usually, at least you get the playoffs still. But no, man, it's a cool place. Like, Minnesota's great. I've never been out here. I haven't. Well,
how quickly does the temperature start to shift, though? Because it is one of the coldest cities in America.
For no question. Now, yesterday was the first cold day. I bet it was high 60s. Windy, cloudy. So, but it's been beautiful. Today is beautiful. I bet it's probably high 70s, cool breeze. Like, I can understand why, people say in the summer, I'm coming up here, I'm hanging on the lake. Like, I can fully.
Oh yeah, totally, dude.
Like,
totally.
The lake life here is big time. I've seen some pictures and some players and a couple bars. Like, I was like, all right, I get this. Because the weather every day is like 80, sunny, no wind. And then, of course, I think the guy's saying you're going to get snow in like late October here.
I struggle in that department. I say that to myself all the time. Like, am I just going to continue to just, take advantage of Sea Isle City every waking chance I get? Like, I one day will wind down and hope to travel once the kids are all out of college. But
yeah,
I'd love to see the rest of the country. I'd love to travel to different, major metro areas and see different stadiums. I mean, that's a bucket list dream of mine, to hop in the good old VW van with the kids and just let's go, baby. We're gonna Sambone. We're gonna Sambone, and we're gonna go to every single stadium across America. Pencil that one in. But now, man, all is good here in the Samboner hood. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Samboner Show. We appreciate you tuning in. Nothing but a ton of fun here as we start to wind down the summer, I guess. I hate to say it. I mean, what is it, August 15th? Plenty of good beach days here as we grind through the summer, because I'll be honest with you, it's been nothing but a grind, living down the shore is not as easy.
I feel so bad for you, man. I feel and I feel bad for you that you're a shoebie at heart. You're ready, you're wrapping up. You're probably starting to wrap the pipes for the winter time.
Hey, a couple more weeks go by, my son might drop everything and say, Dad, I want to become a full-time surfer. And I'll be perfectly fine with that. We'll have to spend the rest of the fall and the summer doing the surfing thing. But until then, look, dude, what are you going to do? Youth sports is kicking off tonight. Soccer season's here. Lacrosse season's here. It's crazy, man. Our pets are going to start to fall off any minute.
Dude, I'll say this, and I'm interested to see. And again, I'm interested to see how I'm going to be as a parent. But like a part of me is, we'll see what the future holds here. But just say I'm, not in sports or not in this zoo of a media world or whatever. Like it's so bad. But a couple of my buddies in the league, like they'll in the fall, their kids go to school where they play, and then in the spring, the kids go to school where they live. Because Christmas break ends, right? It's mid-January. Dad's got, maybe if they're a good player, like Trey Burton, for example. I'll use Trey. Trey's a good buddy of mine, obviously threw the touchdown in the Super Bowl. Everybody knows it. He's an amazing dude. Love him. Great family. But Trey was a undrafted player. And what you do if you're like undrafted, if you have a little bit of money, I've been fortunate enough. My wife and I set a flag in Maryland, in Annapolis. It's our house. Trey set his in Tampa. So half the year, the kids would be in school in Chicago when he was a Bear in the fall. And then come the new year, if they're on a big playoff run or whatever, they'd be gone. They'd be down in school down there. So maybe the boy goes to school in the fall, Mick. The kids go to school in the fall down in, they're down.
You never know. You never know. We visited Fried Uns and the family down in Mount Pleasant, Charleston, South Carolina. And that's exactly where they said they wanted to go to the school. And I said, hey, if you go to school there, maybe we'll just relocate. You never know, man. You never know here.
Everyone's like, it's bad for the kids. It's like, well, I don't know. It's kind of like more like real life. Like they make new friends. I'll see you in a couple months. I mean, again, I get it. I'm not saying that this is the right way to do it. I'm just saying that when Trey told me that, I was like, man, that's kind of cool. Like it's tough. I get it, but your kids are pliable. It's more mom and dad are happy.
Totally, dude. Totally.
You could do the fall there, the wintertime in Bucks. It'd be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty sweet.
What's Jack doing in the back? Is he coming on or what?
You know the funny thing about Jack, too? He just pops his screen up a little bit just to let him know that he's here.
Jack, get on, buddy. I got a big question to ask you.
And before we do we got to talk about our friends over at the Original Fudge Kitchen. FudgeKitchens.com. Shipping fudge and sweet treats across the country. Like I said on my show, we just shipped 50 boxes down to Houston for a company that wants to use them this year as
fuel.
Fuel, yeah. Protein packed.
Yeah.
No, as
iBlack.
Yeah, iBlack. As Christmas gifts for their, customers, which I thought was really cool. FudgeKitchens.com, guys, check them out. Awesome on social media as well. Jack, Mick,
what's up?
What do you got for this slick cat right here?
Jack, I need to get your thoughts on this James Harden, Daryl Morey.
What a boring league.
What a boring league. I mean, come on already. Give me a break. What's your thoughts? What's your take, Jack? You're the basketball expert.
I kind of side with James Harden here. I made a video about this yesterday for our social accounts. If you look at it for the whole perspective, the situation started, I'll explain it for Colin because he might have not caught the whole drift. James Harden.
I've scrolled past it 3,000 times. I refuse to watch it. It is a joke.
He took a $15 million pay cut. In exchange, it was a backdoor deal that's pretty much heavily implied that he was going to get a 4-year, about $210 million max contract this summer in exchange for taking that $15 million pay cut last year to sign PJ Tucker. Time comes around. Daryl Morey says, never mind. We're not doing this anymore. These two have been friends for a decade. So there's a lot of precedence and trust in this. And then they say, however, based on the reports of Major Wojnarowski and Shams Charania, if you opt into this player option instead of going and signing elsewhere, we'll find a trade for you to move on. Then instead of finding a right trade, they go back on their word and say, you know what, we're going to try to make this work. And then what that is the report that came out about a day or two before Harden had this rant about Daryl Morey. So you know what? I get James Harden. I am with James Harden. He got duped out. Yeah, they make all this money. That is about $225 million that has been taken from him from one of his longtime friends. I mean, if anybody else was in his shoes, they would have a right to be pissed no matter how much money he has made before this contract. That is a lot of money right there.
Yeah, but you don't know all the ins and outs, dude. The way I see it, I think James Harden's a fucking turd, to be honest with you. I think he's a royal bum, never puts the effort in. He's completely inconsistent on and off the court. Dude, that guy has an attitude.
How do you know that he doesn't?
He's cancer in the clubhouse, Jack. Cancer.
James Harden, there's been multiple videos that James Harden will be in the weight room for about 2 hours after games and is the last one to leave the building.
We just don't know. And that's what I don't like about any of this stuff. We have no idea the relate. That's why I always tell Jack, what's my rule, Jack?
Believe 10% of what you hear.
10% of what comes out of buildings, 10% of what gets released, 10% of what a video tells you.
Sounds like we're watching Sports Center.
That's what's fact about what is going on in a building. I've tested this method as a player. I've seen stuff happen in the building, and I've seen stuff get out about it, and it's literally 10% true. So again, that's why I love it. It's great. It's good for media. It's good. It builds up their signing bonuses, and the cap goes up and all that stuff. But I don't know, man.
Everybody's entitled to an opinion, but there's a time and a place for you to get out in front of a mic and say what he said. Yeah. And that's ridiculous.
Well, the reasoning, I don't agree with it, but the reasoning he did it is James Harden is on a tour in China. And for comments that I don't specifically remember, China heavily dislikes Daryl Morey with a burning passion. The entirety of that country hates him. It went to the point that when Daryl Morey was in Houston, whatever the national broadcast was in China, banned Houston Rockets games. And they also banned 76ers games for a period of time when Daryl Morey went to the Sixers. And they're still heavily censored to a point. I don't know the exact specifics, but every other team is perfectly fine except the teams that Daryl Morey is part of. He is probably the most disliked NBA figure in China by a large margin.
Listen. And hey, you know what? It is what it is. The league is full of drama and no toughness. And that's what I don't like watching it. Like, there's the playoffs are great. But
playoffs? We talk about playoffs?
Wake me up when freaking June hits. May, whatever it is. It's a bore fest until then.
Well, that's same goes for regular season hockey too. So
no question. I just like the random fight and the hit. That's it.
I love it, Jack. I love it.
It's good to see you, Jack. What else is going on in your life, Jackie Poo?
Working hard.
When are you going to Sambone again? Because at the end of the day, like, I got a lot going on, but you live in a great area for food, pal. You live right down the street from Mick. There's plenty of places you drive past all the time.
I'm about to Sambone Jack's hairline today. It's an easy 9.3 on the hairliner scale. I mean, this guy has got it going on.
I feel like I've been giving it like a 4.7.
Oh, man.
Jack's looking
I don't know if I keep getting told that I'm just like telling myself lies, but I feel like every day I look back, it's a couple centimeters further. I can't beat myself about it because I can't control it. But
good forehead right there. No, mine is too, Jack. This happens. Not everyone's blessed with Mick's head of hair. Okay. But you look good, Jackie. You look lean, you look mean, you look ready to rock. Just like our friends over at McGurk's, not too far on the street from you, Jack, where you could be Samboning.
Take a look, take a bite. Dude, their cheesesteaks are legit over at McGurk's. They do a great job, man. I love talking about McGurk's. I really do. We're lucky to have a little great local establishment like McGurk's. Horsham's my go-to. Fort Washington, too, right? They think they feed the kids free on Tuesday. Don't hold me to that, but it's a great little spot.
Mac and cheese, maybe a couple chicken fingers.
Absolutely.
Take a look, take a bite, take a sip for Dad.
Oh, my God.
What else we have going on the show here, boys?
Jack, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Nobody's even touched the field yet. Don't start this.
Have we watched Hard Knocks?
I watched about half hour of the first episode. I haven't caught the second one yet.
I can't watch it while I'm in it. I'm living it. I don't need to double live it, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it later. No, it's gonna be interesting stuff for me right now. Just updated kind of what's going on. I'm in the second phase of training camp. Really, it's crazy. It's like there's only, I think it's 10, 11 days left. Right? Like next Saturday.
Who do you got this weekend?
So we have joint practice against the Tennessee Titans Wednesday, Thursday, and then we play Saturday against them.
Oh, cool.
And then the next week we'll have joint practice against Arizona Wednesday, Thursday, play against them the following Saturday, and that's a wrap. So, yeah, it's, you're dwindling down the days for you to leave your mark, which is always fun and exciting and competitive. And those joint practices are always really exciting. Tennessee's a tough outfit, physical outfit, just like their head coach was when he played. So it should be a good test.
Yeah, the Eagles are doing that this week with the Cleveland Browns, or I should say the Jobs. Never mind. Inside joke.
But I don't know. I'm just going to laugh for you. I love you. But these joint practices will be interesting to see. Like, people are always keeping an eye out for the fights for it. And here's the thing, like, Coaches all tell you don't fight. The problem is some guy takes it too far because there's no penalty flag, right? Like you can block a little after the whistle if you wanted to. You could be a little aggressive if you wanted to. You could take chances that you're going to take in practice that you would never take in a game because you lose, right? Or you can be a little bit more.
You bring up a good point. Quite frankly, I would give you that. I would say that the spring training like practices leading up to the games, the spring training practices are probably more fun to watch than the actual game on TV. Now, granted, I know you're all fighting for a spot. I know you're playing for 31 other teams, and I commend you for that. But I sit there and I say this humbly, like watching preseason football. I said it yesterday on the other day on my segment with Mick, Mondays with Mick. It's almost comparable to listening to golf on the radio. Honestly, it's that boring.
You know, I think for a fan that's not really into college football, not really into like the deep roots of football, I completely understand. I'm not saying that's you or whatever else, but if you're just a fan who like, let's go Birds, like, and you haven't like tuned into a college football game in the last 5 years and like really know the players, but if you're someone who's like really into ball, people love them because this guy played at Auburn, this guy played here. This guy is with the Eagles last year, and now he plays for, the Steelers, and I think he's a good player for us. I want to see what he can do. So I think there's some of it. I think there's some value in it. I think
it's also a good reminder that we're here. We're there. Like the seasons are changing right in front of us. So it's good to see it on TV. It's just something that's tough to watch, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's no skin in the game for the Birds fans, And I think, too, here's the bottom line. It's really good for the fans. It's an affordable ticket. It's a good way to get down there to the game, be in the environment with your family. It's easier to bring a family of four to a preseason game. Get the kids there, get them jacked up for the season, right? It's a quarter of the price. So it may be way better than that. So
a little safer, too, if we're talking Lincoln Financial Field. I didn't bring my kid to his first Eagles game until he was 12. It gets fucking nuts down there. I'll be honest with you, man. Up in that 200, 300 level. You fall into some of the wrong crowds, dude. The worst can happen. I've seen it. So, but that's Philadelphia for you. They're rough. They're rough around the edges.
And place that's not rough around the edges are our friends over down at the Jersey Shore there, the Wharf, Mick. Have you been down? We got to get back. That's the bottom line. I may be down the shore Labor Day weekend. I'm going to probably swing through. We'll see. But Labor Day weekend, we get off in the NFL. So Jason Kelsey alert and Seattle for everybody down there. He'll probably sneak down there one more weekend.
Well, so no, I was on the Wildwood Boardwalk not too long ago. We were Samboning some Sam's, the iconic Sam's pizza. And, my take was it doesn't get any better because we're up on the boardwalk, just the tradition of behind, eating fries and pizza and riding the rides, like who's got the best. But I'm not saying this because the Wharf supports us. They may have the best pizza in all of Wildwood. And
really,
I'm not even kidding. I really am not even kidding. That pizza I had on the 4th of July with the Mike's Hot Honey dripped all over it was the real deal versus the historic, iconic Max and Franconi's and Joe's and Santucci's. Nothing against them. They do an unbelievable job, but best of the best when you're on the quest for the best, like we Samboners are, that in my opinion was the best.
Wow. Now, and that's big words at a Samboner, Mick. What do you got, Jack?
I was a quick question. We're talking about pizza because this is a conversation amongst my friends. I haven't had a chance. Mick, have you tried the Wawa pizza yet? Is that decent?
No, but I had a fan of the page address me over the weekend. Big fan, been following for a long time, and he brought it up. He's like, I'm going to Sambone the show. I'm going to make a debut. It's always Samboner debut season out there. And he came up to me. He's like, I'm going to make a debut. Has anybody Sambone the Wawa pizza yet? I said, I didn't even know Wawa was making pizza. So if you're out there and you're listening, we're waiting for you.
I heard it was pretty solid for
really?
Wawa, like what they, I mean, not like it's not as great as like any pizza from like a really good place, but I mean, for what Wawa is, I heard it's pretty good. So, I mean, their burgers they came out with are pretty good too.
I'll tell you what, it's not that hard. Like, what's the new thing everybody's buying? We went from the green egg and now it's you slide
air fryer.
What is it?
Air fryer?
No, the pizza maker thing.
Oh, yeah. I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? It's like a little tin.
I've seen them. Like, they're pretty cool, man.
They are really cool.
I don't need any more reasons to eat pizza, though.
What? I
don't need any more reasons to eat pizza.
No, I know, but it's something thin, crispy. Cool. That's
No.
my pizza has to be thin and crispy. That's how I like it.
I like them all, dude. Like everyone's like, I would never eat Chicago. I'm like, I don't know. I think it's really good. I ate it in Chicago. It was great.
Oh, Minotti. So many Sambo Minottis like last
Lou Malnati's, dude. Oh my God. On Fridays.
Did I get that wrong? What is it called?
Lou Malnati's.
Lou Malnati's, yeah.
Yeah.
Can we introduce a negative pizza Sambone that was had the other day? I won't name the place, but just what had happened.
Oh, hey, Jack, it's your world. It's your floor. You've been waiting to come on the show. That's why you came here.
So I'll send this in the Samboner chat so you guys can see what I'm talking about. If we make a clip, I'll send the clip. Mick, do you ever go to the Hapro car show down on the strip of Hapro end of July?
Do I go? No. Have I driven by many occasions? Yes.
So my girlfriend, she gets a vegetarian pizza. Her assumption, like, it was just like some whatever. I don't know exactly what she expected, but like it would be cooked in with the pizza and come out almost like basically pepperoni pizza, just with vegetables of some sorts. Instead, the picture I just sent in the chat was what was brought out to us. Price point. This has been my biggest gripe when places don't have prices on the menu, like wherever they're showing it, even the paper menus. $9 for this slice of pizza. Thoughts, comments, concerns.
I mean, talk about heating up a slice of pizza and throwing a big pile of raw onions and peppers on top.
I don't like raw veggies like on the pizza. Like you got to cook the stuff.
I love raw onions. I really do.
I do. That's a good point. I take that back. That's a good point. I think
raw onions can go on anything. I think
we need a pizza month here at the Samboners. I get it. The whole Portnoy thing. We need a pizza month. It needs to be in the fall. People are crushing pizzas during football season. We're going to find so many gems.
I know, but it's like it can get so boring. Like another slice after another slice after another slice. There's not enough diversity, in my opinion.
I feel like there's so many pizza.
There's more diversity than a cheesesteak.
Yeah, you can say the same thing about a cheesesteak.
Yeah, there's even
at this
more.
point. No, now with the Cooper Sharp and the seeded rolls and everybody basically trying to perfect the cheesesteak.
There's like
honestly,
20 different types
yes,
of pizza.
they all start to look the same after a while. I agree with you. If you can't make a fucking cheesesteak, you shouldn't be in the cheesesteak business.
Damn right, you heard it first, Mick McKenty. What was I going to ask? Oh, here's a question about Wawa. I think they're doing too much. They're doing way too much. I think the product has gone down because of it. It's a deli. It's a deli at heart. I'm not saying don't add, but like, we got like burrito bowls, we got pizzas, we got like, I get it. And I love new school. I'm not going to say, but I'm just saying like at the end of the day, like keep the main thing, like breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, like they don't knock my socks off.
It's a well-oiled machine, Colin.
It's an unbelievable machine. When I like to own one, absolutely.
Jack, you're getting one in Hapro, buddy, right there, Blair Mill.
I've got 4 that are within the same distance.
That thing is popping up. That's another thing, dude.
Hold on.
There's one in Alabama now, by the way.
The one that's being built in Hapro, there is literally a one half a mile down the street from it on the exact same road.
They're putting these things up in no time, man. It's, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, it's a bummer they're not a franchise because I would do anything to own one. But I don't know. I can't. The eggs now are
I'm with you. Like I'm there for the turkey and cheese hoagie. Honestly, I really am. I'm there for the turkey and cheese hoagie. That said, we do get their protein shakes from time to time. The young ones love the little shakes.
I love the place, dude. Don't take me wrong. I love it. It's the happiest place for me in the Northeast. It's the only place people hold doors. It's the only place where it becomes the South. That's it. I've played in the South. I've lived in the South. It's the only place where it comes. Everyone says hello. How are you? Thank you. Buying people's food. Hey, you left your change in the bin over here. Like it's the only place like that in the Northeast.
Dude, Jack, you bring up a good point. Like, when we rolled out Sambo in the Shore, practically a wild card. This is where we as Samboners need to turn it up. Like the second part of the month is always where we catch the most momentum. Again, we're already off to a flipping hot start. There's been some funny reviews that have come in, but I'm excited to see what the next 2 weeks look like, especially as we start to close down the summer. I'm hoping for some heat. We need some heat out there. If you're gonna bring it, bring a little energy, right? Samboner ain't easy, but you gotta bring it a little bit.
Why not? Take a look, take a bite. I did a review at it on Lumen Field again after the loss in the preseason game. I'm not releasing it. I'm not sending it to Mick or Jack until after training camp. I got to get through training camp, and then I will post my reviews that I've done periodically throughout the Minnesota area. I don't feel comfortable posting them during camp. Just not there yet.
What did Justin Jefferson score it?
Hey, JJ. He's awesome, by the way.
Take a bite of my sandwich for me.
Yeah. Dude, it pissed me off during the video. Like, there was like people leaving, and they're like, oh man, this guy's recording on YouTube. I got to get out of the way or whatever. And they kind of distracted me a little bit. Like, I was like, all right. And I thought the buses were leaving. So it wasn't my best work, but it was better than nothing. And again, Tats, and I'm on Mick about it. I think we need to make a bracket of the best cheesesteaks outside of Philly.
Yeah, there's one in LA. It just popped up called the South Philly Experience. You see that?
Yeah.
Tell you what, that looks legit, man. I'll tell you, if I had the right investment, man, I would do it. I would travel all over the goddamn country and search for it.
It's just this. To me, the bottom line is, it's not the roll. Of course, the roll needs to be solid, right? Are you seasoning your meat? Because some places don't season the meat, and you're like, oh, the cheese is enough and the grease, and that's it. No, it's not.
That's what happened to me in Stone Harbor. I had this place. They were like, dude, that looked amazing. I'm like, it tastes like nothing.
Nothing.
It was
tastes like cheese and meat instead of like, if you season it a little bit, and that's my wife's beef, no pun intended. Texadelphia in Houston, she's like, down there they freaking season their food properly. It is like, she's like, it's unbelievable. So Tats to me, you're gonna be hard pressed. And the farthest place away from Philadelphia you could possibly have a cheesesteak, probably in the States, is Seattle, Washington. And their cheesesteak's unreal. Now, I was bummed. I was going to go the day before for lunch. We got in. They closed during the week at like 2:30, which to me, they're a successful business, and they stay open on the weekends later. So I made it clear before. I'll make it clear again. That's my cheesesteak outside of Philly. That's elite. I had the chicken cheesesteak. I had the cheesesteak. They even gave you a side of the like the red pepper relish, a spicy like hoagie spread, which was random, but I put it on and it was money. So, Tats, you're the GOAT.
Gotta love it. You got to love it.
I think that's it, boys. Wrap her up. When they say the show's over and there's nothing else to talk about.
Hey, man, 25, 30 minutes. It's a beautiful thing. You know,
enjoy the shore, everybody. I hope everyone's having a freaking blast. And I hope everyone does a little less shoe-being this year and goes down in September and October. That's it. We're done.
Whether you locals like it or not, we'll be back.
Labor Day. That's it. We're done.
No.
Bye. It's over.
No, that's what Gil and I were talking about on Friday. The Friday segments, like, where's the best bar? Not to keep this going, but where's the best like sports bar in the fall to watch football or like even just postseason baseball? We came up with a couple, man.
You know mine.
Oh, Seaview in?
Packed. The cool
dude.
Did he say the Seaview or no?
He did not bring up the Seaview. We talked a little bit about the Dovell. We talked a little bit about, Charlie's in Summers Point, Gregory's in Summers Point.
The nice thing about the Seaview is they put the audio on for all playoff games, baseball, not regular season, but they put the audio on for all playoff baseball games. And the reason why Mike won't say the Seaview is he went there like 5 minutes before the game and couldn't get a seat. Like, no, it's the Phillies are in the World Series, Mike. Like, what do you expect? And then, but I've watched, Eagles games there. I watched.
Dude, nothing makes me happier. Honestly, nothing makes me happier when you can find a nice little dive bar down the beach that caters to the Philadelphia Phillies or Eagles fans and has the sound of the game on. There's nothing better. Maybe a little bit of light music. That's okay. But the primary sound has to be the game. Sign me up. I'm there all day long.
If you are a bar that has some sort of DJ where they're playing the game, and then when it goes to a commercial, they'll put tunes on. To me, that's Mecca.
Dude, we used to do that at the Duvall Inn. They had the hot box or the music box where we would control it from our phone. You could download the app. So we were under control. As soon as the Phillies game went to commercial, we cranked up the tunes. We ran house there for hours on hours.
I'll sit there all day. I will. The cool thing about the Seaview, which is unique, is there's a little Ravens pocket of fans there in Wildwood Crest and Cape May.
I could see
that.
So
they call it the Raven Haven. So the whole bar is Eagles, which is a big bar. But on the left-hand side, there's a little pocket near the bathrooms there. It's all Raven Haven, they call it. And they put the Ravens game on from over there. So there's probably like 20 Ravens fans that watch every Ravens game there. So it's again, it's an Eagles bar.
Right, you got the ferry right there. I can see that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the spot. That's where I've watched games forever. So.
Yeah, no, that's what it's all about. Like especially for guys that like to go post up at a bar and watch the game. Gotta have the sound of the game on. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, but it's an extra perk.
Yeah, regular season for sure.
Could go on forever and ever. We'll have to rank them. Top 5, top 10 sports bars in the Jersey Shore.
We still have to rank our top 5 shore points.
Oh, man, that's tough. Speaking of shore points, location episode. Another location episode is brewing. All things Cape May. We're going to fire that up next week. Ooh. Local businesses already chiming in. Appreciate the support there. Anybody wants to get involved, shoot me a DM. If there's anything that you guys want us to cover too, shoot us a DM. Always open to suggestions. We're going to be bringing on some new guests here as we transition into the fall. Big game for the Philadelphia Union tonight, right, Jack?
Oh,
that I
League
saw
Series
that
semifinal.
I mean, I don't even follow much Union. I was like, it'd be interesting to go for like $100 or whatever. And
They're like $600-$700.
Yeah, I saw during the Eagles game, and I went to go on SeatGeek, and it was like $600 for standing room only. And I said, "This is an absolute joke."
Well, it's the messy guy that's in town.
Yeah, but play the link. Put 75. Fill up the link. You'll sell out the link with that guy for tickets for a quarter of the price.
Jack, that's why we bring you on board here. And you they late dollar short, Jack. But I love the idea because you're right. Soccer's booming, and the Philadelphia Union stock is way through the roof. That would have been an awesome opportunity for them to expand. But then again, you're gearing up for a new Eagles season. They don't want to ruin the field.
The Super Bowl rolled in a new grass. They could figure it out. I'm sure it's not the end.
Well, as long as it's not the guy from the
they were playing soccer games like a month ago.
Oh man, good stuff. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're gonna wrap it up. We'll be back next week. I don't know. Maybe I'll drop another episode Friday. I like this kind of stuff, man. Just get on here and
you're good at it. And guys, listen to 97.3 ESPN. I think you're gonna love it, sports talk wise. But also Mickey's on Fridays. So that's
all is good, baby. Keep on Samboning. Love you all.
Samboner out.
Samboner out.
Pop that Sambone, and baby, it's on. Driving 45 minutes just to grab a bite. Know that it's worth it when the neon's in sight. My mouth starts to water, my knees get weak. I post it up on Insta so that everyone can see. And I put in my order, set up my phone, clear me a table line.